I was in my in denial stage. I was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. Everything is heavy on me. Sometimes no amount of words can encourage someone who is going through. Iyak tuloy ako kasi naaalala ko. As a Christian, even if you pray, you surrender, the feeling won't change. Like what I was saying kanina. I have to let God fight for me. I have to let God fight for my battles.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back sa The Encounter Podcast where we talk about the most organic encounter na ma-encounter mo sa buhay mo, which is encountering the Lord Jesus Christ, of course. And yung mga bagay-bagay na patungkol sa faith natin, din-discuss natin sa podcast na to. And so, for today's episode, ay pag-uusapan naman natin tungkol sa anxiety and depression. And with me today is a special someone ulit dahil ang kasama ko ay none other than my wife, Kits. Welcome back.
It's an honor to be back here sa podcast.
Welcome back guys kasi siya yung pinaka-first episode natin. Kaya kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung pinaka-first episode natin sa podcast na to,
You're missing out half of your life.
It's her story kung paano niya na-encounter si Jesus. And so for today ay masaya ako na nag-guest siya ulit na mag-guest dahil ang pag-usapan natin is yun nga, anxiety and depression, wherein bilang isang Kristiyano ay madami kasing misconception when it comes to depression and anxiety bilang isang Kristiyano, that other people thought na kapag Kristiyano ka dapat hindi ka nakaka-experience ng depression or anxiety, or yung question na wala ka bang faith, di ba? Hindi totoo yung faith mo dahil nakaka-experience ka ng mga ganong bagay-bagay. But today, yung wife ko kasi is that na-experience niya yung mga bagay-bagay na yon, and hindi naman parang dahil wala siyang faith, but it's a testament of who God is sa buhay niya. So let's get into it, and ang pinaka-first na question ko is that, can you tell us about your journey with mental health and how has impacted yung buhay mo bilang isang Kristiyano?
Journey, like from the very top.
Yes.
Well, I got diagnosed 2023 ba yun?
Oo.
No?
Yung pinaka mo na pumunta sa doctor.
Oh. And at first, I guess I also had that misconception na bilang isang Christian, I didn't really think that it was depression. I just noticed na I was beginning to have panic attacks. Na nung mga time na yon, hindi ko alam na panic attack. Pero I have this nervous feeling palagi in situations na parang sinusuppress ko yung mga pakiramdam ko. Tapos, I get anxious with a lot of things na dati hindi naman. I think mostly na napansin ko dun is I know that I'm an extroverted person. Alam mo yan.
Oo.
When I walk sa isang room, I get to talk to people. I don't care that much sa mga kung anong sinasabi ko or how loud I can be. But it has come to a point na pag pumupunta ako sa social gathering, I always have that heavy chest. Parang kinakabahan ako palagi. Yun nga, yung akala ko noon, kinakabahan lang ako. Maybe because I'm meeting new people, pero yun pala, those are panic attacks already or anxiety. Nung parang, kahit yung turning point ko na mag-decide na ako to go and have a diagnosis or just get myself checked, medyo I am not like 100% ready. I wasn't sure about it. Pero nirecommend lang siya ng one of our leaders sa church. And then, wala. I just went. Pero then and there, I think it was the first meeting ba or second meeting nung diniagnose na ako with bipolar 2.
Bipolar 2.
That's my diagnosis. At first, medyo nagkaroon ng magaan na feeling because I feel like nabigyan ng katarungan lahat ng mga
Nararamdaman
na-experience
naman.
at nararamdaman ko. Napakiramdam ko, oh, there's an explanation to it. Hindi lang siya parang sad ka lang, wala ka lang faith, kulang ka sa pagdadasal,
Oo.
or those things that the enemy put in my mind. These lies that I started to believe. When I had my diagnosis, it felt like lagi naman yung sinasabi, pero when the doctor said it to me personally, na treat it like it's like, ang tawag doon, physical illness, like cancer. It's not something na
May mali sa faith mo, mga
Yeah.
ganun. May mali sa ginagawa mo sa buhay. But it's actually a part ng sakit mentally, physically na na-experience. Kasi guys, hindi naman, kasi kilala ko na siya matagal ng panahon, and I've seen her sa experience niya yun. Kasi imagine you guys, from an extrovert person, bigla siyang naggaganon. Bigla siyang nagiging quiet, bigla siyang parang wala sa mood. Hindi siya yung ganon. At the same time, nakikita ko rin yung journey niya when it comes to her faith, na hindi naman siya yung parang nag-stop going to church, praying. She even fasted. Nagpa-fast siya lagi, at the same time doing the things sa ministry, and yet just experiencing yung ganong klaseng bagay sa buhay niya. And so, yun yung parang nakita ko nga na hindi dahil may mali sa faith niya. And so, we're both happy nung finally pumunta siya sa doctor and may diagnosis siya, dahil nalaman namin kung ano talaga yung pinakaugat niya.
I think yun talaga yung isa ding major realization, that even the faithful will experience circumstances in life. That's the reality that I have to put in my heart, na hindi naman dahil lang unfaithful ang dapat maka-experience ng mga bigati sa buhay. Ganon. So,
Pero during those time ba ay nagkaroon ka pa rin ng in denial?
ayun na nga. So, nung narinig ko yung diagnosis, at first it made me feel good kasi nga it explained whatever that I am experiencing. But at the same time, nung mga next na check up ko na, parang dun ko na-realize how hard it is really, because I get to pinpoint talaga kung ano yung mga bagay sa buhay ko na, oh, this is mental health. This is depression. Me saying no to plans. Me getting scared of social interactions. Me always having that heavy feeling when I go to sleep. Parang gusto ko palagi matulog na lang ako for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yung mga constant thoughts ng negativity, hindi mo kasi siya mapipigilan lang ng just try to be positive, mag-pray ka lang talaga, or read the word, because there were moments then na I was doing that, but it didn't heal
Yung reality.
reality na meron akong mental health
Yung
illness.
pain na yan.
Kaya dun ko din naman naintindihan na kaya kailangan din natin to go to those professionals, because they are the ones that God
Gifted with those kind of skills.
Oo, kaya that's when I realized na I really need help. Pero grabe, ang tagal ko din naging denial din. Parang ano siya parang parang stages of grief. You'll get to a point na parang, okay, it's starting to feel okay, pero bigla kang babalik dun sa in denial stage na, no, I am a Christian. Lalo na kapag nadidistract.
Oo.
Kapag mas marami yung lies ng enemy na nga pumapasok din talaga na, are you sure you're a Christian?
I think yun yung isang pinaka kailangan natin ma-point out din talaga dito that just because we are Christian doesn't mean na exempted na tayo sa mga ganong experience, because either we're Christian or not, still the mental health issue or anxiety and depression na experience natin. For example nga, di ba, lagi kong ini-example to that in the Bible, yung mga Bible character, those great prophets and king experience yung same anxiety and depression. Like Moses, naka-experience din siya ng anxiety and depression leading the Israelites people, di ba, kung gaano ka-stubborn yung people. At the same time, si Elijah, as powerful prophet as he is, di ba, just after na na-experience yung miracle ni Lord, di ba, nung na-receive lang niya yung letter from the queen na ipapapatay siya, pumunta siya agad tumakbo, di ba? Nagtago sa cave, and then sa cave, and then yun nga yung sabi niya, Lord, take my life for I'm no better than my ancestor. So even Prophet Elijah, at the same time si King David, sabi nga niya that, why are you cast down, O my soul? Why are you in turmoil within me? So nakaka-experience din sila ng ganon. And even si Apostle Paul, one of the considered na greatest apostle in the New Testament time, 'di ba? Who experienced ilang times na malapit na siyang mamatay, persecution upon persecution, 'di ba? Down na down siya lagi because of those persecution, and yet he still goes through it because he trusted the Lord. So just because we're Christian doesn't mean na parang exempted tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na yon. Hindi dahil wala tayong faith, or hindi dahil kulang tayo ng isang Sunday na nagsimba, di ba? Because the reality is we are still here in the world. And yun nga yung anxiety and depression, I think yun nga na parang it's a type ng sakit talaga sa buhay. Kasi parang yung misconception na sinasabi na baka naman wala kang faith, baka naman mahina yung faith mo. So parang sinasabi rin natin na parang, so ibig sabihin lahat tayo ng mga tao kulang in faith natin, dahil when we experience temptation, di ba, nag-give in din tayo, nagkakaroon din tayo ng failures and mistakes. So ibig sabihin ba wala tayong faith? Ibig sabihin ba mahina yung faith natin? Ibig sabihin ba hindi tayo Kristiyano? No, because we're still here in this sinful world, in the sinful flesh. May experience pa rin natin yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. I think hindi dahil wala tayong faith, but it is actually knowing and knowing who the Lord is in that season ng buhay natin. That even in those moments, makikita pa rin natin yung faithfulness ni Lord, yung grace ni Lord, who He is in our lives.
Parang siyang instead of thinking na it is a heart check na less yung faith mo or wala kang faith, but instead, think of it as it's an avenue for you to really strengthen your faith more. Because, yun nga, marami pa tayong pagdadaan ng pagsubok dito sa buhay. So, God is using these situations to strengthen our faith for circumstances like this.
And I think dito rin mag-grow yung faith din natin because as we become more open kay Lord, sa season ng buhay natin, either yan nga, anxiety or depression or whatever season you're going through, I think pinaka-importante doon is that we have to be open kay Lord.
I think yun nga talaga din yung isang magandang mga na-realize ko na when I was going through this. Ito yung mga realizations na to, it's when you have come to a point of acceptance. Pero, ando na ba tayo? Pero isa yun sa mga journey ko. It's a long process na dumating ako sa point nung na-realize ko na God used this as a way for me to keep holding on to Him. If I wasn't going through depression, I'm looking back on those years na meron ako noon, and God really used it para mas mag-depend ako sa Kanya. I was being led to depend more on Him.
I think depende kasi sa kung ano yung magiging reaction or respond natin bilang isang tao. Are we going to really fully know who the Lord is even more sa situation natin na yun, or are we going to turn our back from Him? Parang ganon.
Kaya yun yung parang, yun yung magandang response in circumstances that we should just really go to Him kahit na very weak ka.
Oo.
At that time, I was questioning Him.
Yes.
I was saying na, Lord, bakit kailangan ako pa? Bakit kailangan may experience ko to? Ang hirap eh. Hindi siya parang one day, nag-devotion ka, you got all cleared, and then the next day, I
Wala
will
na.
live this life faithfully and I'm strong. Every single day, the enemy will try to distract me, will try to put more lies. And then, hindi ko lang siya nararamdaman emotionally, but also physically, it will manifest anxiety and depression. Yung gusto mo palagi kumain, or kaya irritable ka,
Yes.
galit ka sa mundo, galit ka sa sarili mo, kukwestiyonin mo yung identity mo. Ang dami mong may experience na ganun.
Yeah, I think kasi yun yung ano eh. Yun yung ano, yung lies na Satan because the greater yung ways niya na i-deceive ka na lagi ka niyang ipupunta sa point na yung anxiety depression is that he is actually chaining you na ayaw kanyang magkaroon ng full na ma-experience mo yung full potential mo bilang isang Kristiyano because we know that the greater the challenge is, the greater talaga rin naman yung magagawa mo para kay Lord. Kaya yun yung parang ginagawa ni Satan yung lahat ng magagawa niya para, alam mo yun, ma-hold ka into doing something great para kay Lord.
Kaya yun yung magandang response is to just go to God na very honest.
Yeah.
Sabihin mo sa Kanya yung question mo. And we can see that. Minsan kasi parang pinipigilan natin yung sarili natin maging ganon.
Yeah.
Because maybe we will think na it's either God or other people will think that who are we to question God?
God.
Maybe we don't have faith. We'll
Yeah.
always go back to that. Pero makikita naman natin sa mga prophets or stories before,
Yeah.
those people, when they get frustrated, when it's already very heavy on them, they also speak yung totoong nararamdaman nila.
Kay Lord.
And God wants that.
Oh.
Kasi it means you have this relationship where you can be that honest to God.
You can be who
Because
you
at the
are.
end of the day, alam naman talaga ni Lord
Lord,
kung ano yung
yeah.
nararamdaman mo. But it's so, I guess, it will be more, kumbaga mas may access si Lord sa atin kapag ka mas nagiging honest tayo.
Yeah.
Binubuksan natin yung sarili
yung sarili
natin sa
natin.
Kanya.
Because that's saying that, Lord, I am surrendering it now.
Yeah,
I
that's
cannot-
the term.
I
Surrender.
cannot do it on my own. And if we do that, that's the time na sasabihin ni Lord, yes, it's my time to work on you. 'Di ba? And yun kasi guys na hindi dahil nagpray tayo ngayon or nagsimba tayo ngayon, mawala na yung anxiety and depression. Sabi nga 'di ba ng doctor mo or yung pinupuntahan niya is that it can be a lifetime journey as well. Na meron merong certain days na ma-experience mo pa rin. And yun nga rin na as we open up kay Lord, yun din yung way ni Lord para mag-work sa atin. As long as we are hardening our heart, hindi talaga siya makaka-work through us. So we are to open our heart kay Lord. Yun nga na, yung question kasi doon is kung sino yung pinag-voice outan mo. Yan yung pinaka-importanting part doon. Yes, we experience all these things, trials and tribulation, depression and anxiety, but who are you opening up to? Pinaka-importanting bagay. Because if we are opening up to the Lord, then we are in the right direction. But if we are opening up to other people, we are in the wrong direction. Because the only one who can really help us is the Lord. 'Di ba? So, siya yung parang help sa atin get through it. Hindi niya pre-promise niya, He will take it away right away. But ang promise niya is, I will be with you on that journey. 'Di ba? Tutulungan kita, sasamahan kita, hindi kita papabayaan. Yun naman yung promise ni Lord.
Yeah, go to God first before going to anybody else.
Yeah.
Siyempre, the doctors has helped me,
Yeah.
church community, my husband has helped me, but I have to go to God first because I think yun din yung beauty ng having that relationship with God na when you have faced rock bottom, kung napanood niyo yung The Encounter the encounter, yung encounter,
Yung episode, the encounter.
yung encounter episode ko,
Yeah.
kung napanood nyo yun, dun ko kasi na-realize na si Lord lang talagang makakatulong sa akin sa
Yes.
mga bagay na ganito. So when I experienced this in my walk na sa journey ko in being a follower of Christ, there's nobody else or nothing else, not money, not doctors, not medicine,
Not even me, guys.
yeah, not even having a good partner
Yeah.
will help me alone. I need God first. And then God will lead me or guide me to those people who can support me
Yes.
in this journey of having anxiety and depression or being a bipolar.
Yes, kasi seeing her going through that, it pains me as well. Though na I am really, hindi ko nga rin alam kung anong gagawin ko in reality. How I would respond or ano yung gagawin ko. But really entrusting it unto the Lord and encouraging her to just be with the Lord. That's the best thing that I can do. And hindi ako si Lord na maghihil sa kanya. Diba? And si Lord yung may work nun. And before we continue, guys, you can comment down below kung ano yung mga bagay-bagay din na experience nyo regarding sa mental health issues ninyo or asang stage kayo ng buhay nyo or yung mga experience nyo regarding sa mental health ninyo. You can share there para mas ma-open up din ninyo as well as para mas maka-encourage din tayo ng mga tao na nag-undergo ng mga ganitong bagay-bagay sa buhay nila. And so, paano naman yung mental health mo? How has your mental health journey influenced your career or your personal goals sa buhay mo bilang isang Kristiyano?
Alam nyo, nung hindi pa ako diagnosed, I know to myself na I have this urge, ba tawag doon, na kapag may trabaho ako, gusto ko ulit ng ibang trabaho agad. Parang gano'n. Parang
Hindi ka
mabilis ako
tumatagal.
ma-bored. Oo,
Oo.
mabilis ako. Hindi ako nagtatagal sa isang trabaho.
Mm,
And then, nung inaaral ko tong diagnosis ko, na-realize ko na, kaya pala. But, yeah, that's how it told on me, if that's the term. Nung na-diagnose kasi ako, I have an office job. And since bago pa sa akin yung diagnosis ko, magulo. Kasi kailangan ko makipag-usap sa mga tao. Sa line of work ko, I have to meet almost siguro sa isang linggo, 4 to 5 times a day, may mamimit akong bagong tao.
Yeah.
Parang ganyan. Kailangan ko kausapin.
You are dragging yourself to talk to someone that even na hindi mo feel na makipag-usap. Parang ganun.
Oo, tapos, syempre, I have to wear a smile. Or maybe because I also had that pressure sa sarili ko to not look like I am depressed.
Yeah.
Parang meron ako na-mention yun sa akin na I am a high-functioning depressive person.
Grabe nyo.
Like, I still wanna show up, I
Yeah.
still go to my job, pero naalala ko yun na kapag sobrang pagdating ng uwian, sobrang pagod na pagod ako physically, mentally, na ang ginagawa ko kahit na wala na akong allowance or basta pa ubos na allowance ko, ang gagawin ko magta-taxi ako pa uwi. Kasi feeling ko kung magko-commute pa ako, talagang grabe, madidrain na ako ng sobra. Tapos, may mga bagay na nagpapanik attack ako sa work kasi
Yes.
kapag it's hard for me to say no to a lot of things.
Na
And then
kailangan
I
gawin.
suppress a lot of emotions. Kaya nag-hyperventilate ako, like nanginginig ako.
Yeah.
Lagi talagang mabilis tibok ng puso ko, ganyan. Sa personal goals, ito naman is napansin ko from my depressive episode from this past months. I had a depressive episode this year.
Yes.
And
I think the longest pa, no?
oo, the longest and parang the heaviest.
The heaviest, yeah.
I had it ng
Lugmok.
February, March ba yun? Kasi January, syempre, starting the year, right? Parang ganon, di ba? Latag ka ng goals mo, latag ka ng gusto mong gawin. And then we also had our prayer and fasting sa church. So,
We wrote our goals, our prayers.
so may mga ganon. I was like pumped up na, okay, this is how my year is gonna be.
Yeah.
Tapos biglang, next month, nawala lahat yun kasi na-depress ako. I cannot go out. I think so negatively. Ang pinaka-hardest part, hindi lang pala yung nasa depression ka. Yung paalis ka na ng depression, tapos papunta ka na ng normal state mo, paano ko babalik sa lahat ng mga plinano ko? Parang nawala na yung momentum ko.
Kumbaga nawala yung fuel, yung fire.
Oh.
So,
So that's how it's affecting. It really will affect your life.
Yeah.
Kaya, alam mo,
Especially yung long-term na goals, long-term na plans mo sa buhay.
isang taon na nga lang yung plinano ko na ano pa. How much more for people who plans in the 5 years na ganito, ganyan. And it was hard, pero it was something that I really have to discover, and I'm still learning in the process as we are sharing with you. But yeah, that's how it affects people. And nakita ko din yun na, ang ginawa ko kasi nung nasa depressive episode ako, sumali ako sa mga FB group for me to see kung paano din yung mga ibang tao, katulad ko, or para masarap sa pakiramdam na may mga tao akong nakikita na who has, hindi, ang pangit nun.
The same yung na-experience mo.
Mahirap kasi, honestly, mag-open up sa mga taong in the normal state.
Yeah.
And I totally get that. Kasi they will never have that understanding of what depression is really until they experience it themselves.
Yeah.
So, I had to sumali sa mga groups na ganon for me to have that kind of community and support system as well. Kasi iba din para sa mga taong alam talaga kung ano yung
pinagdadaanan mo.
sa ganong klaseng sitwasyon. And nakita ko din doon kung paano naka-apekto sa relationships nila ng friends.
Yeah.
Kasi pag na-depress ka, may tawag doon hiatus, yung bigla ka mawawala. Hindi ka na makokontak, magde-deactivate ka ng social media account mo. Ginagawa ko din yun, di ba?
Yeah, from time to
Bigla
time.
akong mawawala. Parang iisipin ko, ayoko ng social media, ayoko na ng interaction with any people that I know. I will have that to cut off, ganyan.
Yeah.
In any relationships that I have. And those are what I also see sa mga ibang taong nakikita ko. Relationships, either sa mga asawa nila, partners, friends, family.
It will affect all people.
Yeah. That's how it affects people.
Kasi guys, yung diagnosis niya is, isang part pa lang yun ng diagnosis niya sa pinagdadaanan niya, yung bipolar 2. One effect is yung depression. And yung isang effect is hypomanic. Yun naman yung part na
sobrang, yun pa pala, nga, thanks for mentioning that. Ito din, nakapekto din yun sa career. Kasi yung hypomanic episode ko, grabe ang fleet ng ideas. Ang dami kong idea, pakiramdam ko, I can rule the world.
She can conquer the world.
Pero parang, I have that feeling na, kaya ko gawin to, yung plano ko na ito, I just have to execute it, and then, boom. But, sa sobrang dami ng plano, wala nang nagagawa kasi ang daming puro plano lang.
Yes.
Puro ideya lang siya.
Kasi yung parang isang nakita kong struggle niya kasi for a time, ma-experience niya yung season ng buhay niya ng depressive side. After that, pupunta siya sa moment din ng buhay niya na hypomanic, which is talaga yung parang very hyper siya. Na gusto niyang gawin to, gusto niyang gawin niya, ang dami niyang gustong gawin.
Oo nga pala. Oo, so isa pa pala yun sa kung paano nakaka-apekto to sa career and personal goals ko. Dami ko gustong gawin.
Yeah.
Tapos hindi lang kasi basta parang pakiramdam ko, it gives me so much fuel kapag may mga 10 akong namarkahan sa
Na nagagawa.
listahan ko. Parang ganun.
And sometimes, ako medyo na ano, kasi as her partner, minsan natutuwa ako na nakikita yun dahil parang nagiging goal-driven person na siya. Pero at the same time, yung parang isang, ano lang naman dun is, minsan, hindi niya natatapos yung isang bagay. Gusto niyang mag-jump into something, into iba na naman. And so, may mga ganong part din siya. But, seeing her happy doing the things na gusto niyang gawin, it makes me happy as well.
Yun nga lang, walang natatapos. And minsan, yun pa yung nagiging rason kung bakit ka na naman madedepress.
Yeah.
Kasi, yung result na inaakala mo, hindi mangyayari.
Yes.
So, madedepress ka ulit.
So, pupunta pa rin siya
Ang
doon.
dami talaga. And until now, guys, I still have a lot to learn about my diagnosis.
Yes, guys, as we speak now, hindi pa siya totally, yung parang masasabi na free, healed. Yeah, gaya nga sabi ko, I think yung depression, anxiety is a journey, lifetime journey as well. But I think yung pinaka-antidote doon is knowing how you would respond during those season ng buhay mo, yung part ng buhay mo. And with that, ano naman yung mga bagay-bagay na nakakatulong sa'yo or nagiging support mo for you to manage yung mental health mo?
First, na akala ko hindi din talaga makakatulong sa akin. Nung nakapagpa-check up ako noong 2023, I actually stopped seeing my doctor for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
2, 3. 23, 24, 25. 25 lang ulit ako nagpa-check up, diba? Okay. Last year lang ako nakapagpa-check up ulit. Kasi nga, I was in denial.
Yeah, she thought na okay na siya.
Oo. May mga, kasi hindi ko pa alam nun yung ganong state ng
Indifference.
ng bipolar 2, yung merong hypomanic at saka merong depressive. So, akala ko, pagka nasa hypomanic ako, like, I'm okay, I have these goals. And,
healed na parang ganun.
Oo, parang, I'm okay, guys. It was just a phase, ganun. Pero, yun, it took me a time para ma-realize na I really need more help from the professionals. Although, isa din namang rason kasi is, ang gastos kasi talaga. Sinabihan din ako noon na mag-meds. Nag-meds ako for 1 month lang, tapos in-stop ko siya. Don't ever do that. Huwag gagayahin. Kailangan tanungin muna sa doktor para gawin yun.
Yes.
Ako, pakiramdam ko kasi nun is, hindi ko to kailangan, or maybe it's not that deep, or magastos din kasi siya, guys. Isa din talaga yun. Pero, isa yun sa mga alam kong nakatulong sa akin is seeking professional help. I didn't go to a psychiatrist, but I started seeing a psychologist. Which is a talk therapy. Talk therapy yung ginagawa namin. And mas nakatulong din siya for me to process my emotions. Masasabi ko din, nakahelp siya kasi alam nila paano i-explain nga yung nararamdaman mo.
Yeah, parang non-burden yung
weight.
Diba? Nailalabas mo yung mga saloobin mo.
Oh.
Kasi sa akin, guys, nahihirapan ako to really understand it. Personally, I'm not professional sa ganun. So, malaking bagay na magkaroon kayo ng mga talk therapists, yung psychology to explain it to you. Tutulungan kayo to go through yung mental health.
Maraming tinuro sa akin na ways kung paano, ganyan. Another is sa physical naman.
Yeah.
It's also something na palaging sinasabi sa akin nung psychologist and ng psychiatrist na hindi lang pwedeng mentally. You have to also give your physical health a way to breathe.
Yeah.
So, I didn't do like sobrang kailangang gym
workout.
ganyan. Pero I do home workouts,
walking,
diba? Kahit yung 10 minutes lang, nanonood ako ng videos ng workouts. Tapos sinasabayan ko, sa bahay lang, ganyan. Walking, isang malaki at pinaka hindi magastos na workout that
Yeah.
will help you not just physically but mentally as well. Yun, may mga times na ginol din namin like 10, as much as we can, at least 10K steps a day.
A day.
Although, it's not,
Although, sometimes
Honestly,
every other day or
yeah.
minsan, nagiging once a week.
Uy,
But,
grabe
yeah.
once a week.
Ako. Kasi may mga times na siya, she still go outside para maglakad-lakad.
Yun, so walking, ang isa sa mga pinakamahihirap, pero syempre lagi sinasabi din sa akin na good food.
Yeah.
Vegetables, fruits, but,
Yung mga healthy food.
And then, pero ang pinaka-ano din naman doon sa food, ang sabi is, at least like, tama yung schedule.
Ng pagkain.
Like, hindi yung paiba-iba ka. And then another is sleep.
Sleep.
Grabe kasi mag-trigger ang kulang na tulog sa mga states ko din.
Yeah.
So, I have to, as much as possible, consistent na 6 hours, consistent, pero dapat syempre 7 to 8 hours
Yeah.
talaga, guys. And isa yun talaga sa pinaka medyo nag-struggle ako. But that I know will really help. Kasi kapag ka 7 to 8 hours ang tulog ko, it really affects my day so much.
Yeah, and again guys, hindi dahil wala siyang faith Hindi dahil hindi siya totoong Kristiyano.
Sasali ko pa lang.
Sa mga bagay-bagay na yun na nag-experience niya sa buhay niya is that she still alam niyo yun, nag-disciple siya, leading people to the Lord, she's still going to church, fasting, prayer, doing things as a Christian. But then, na-experience niya yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. And I've seen her grow yung walk niya, yung faith niya actually in that moment ng buhay niya, in those moment ng buhay niya. Yung season niyang ganun, mas mas nagiging closer, mas nagiging deeper pa siya kay Lord. That despite yung season ng buhay niyang depressive side, ay meron pa rin siya talagang ginagawa para kay Lord. So hindi nawawala pa rin yung faith niya, andun pa rin. And mas yung natututunan niya na kung paano mas maging mas maging close kay Lord. Minsan nga parang friend na nga niya si Lord eh.
Parang friend ko naman
Yeah.
siya. So, doon na ako papunta.
Okay.
Next is, syempre, mahalaga talaga church community. Church community because they are the ones who will strengthen my spiritual faith, my spiritual health. So, physical, mental, and that's the next thing, spiritual. Having a church community na pwede mong mapagsabihan nung napagdadaanan mo will really help because when church community mentions the word of God, you will be reminded of His faithfulness. You will be uplifted, or it will make you feel better.
Yeah.
The word of God is not just like mere words na nakasulat. It's powerful when they speak the word of the Lord into your life, pray for you.
Yeah.
It's so comforting when someone comes to me and say na, can I pray for you? Or someone listens to what I
you're
am going through without saying na, pray mo lang yan. That's also important. Having a church community that will know that there's a reality of having mental health. I know na not all of us can have that kind of community na especially a church community na naiintindihan na hindi lang siya dapat i-pray lang, ganon.
Yeah. You have to do something as well.
So, I hope that we can meet people who really knows that ililid ka nila to seek professional help, but at the same time, they will be there
Balance.
for you to speak life
word.
and word.
Si
The word of the
Lord.
Lord. Isa pa, yun yung sa na-mention niya is, these are one of the moments na masasabi ko, it's really God in me. Kasi nung I was in my in denial stage, I was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. Everything is heavy on me. I have that constant thought of I want to I want my life to end.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop discipling people. I didn't stop reaching out to people God entrusted to me. Kasi I knew naman din from then, nung nakilala ko si Lord, that my purpose is to let Him be known.
Yeah.
It was an opportunity for me to glorify God, that even in moments like that in my life, it is possible to still encourage others to know Him.
Yeah.
And mind you, I will have prayers like, bakit kasi ganito, Lord? I will doubt Him. But I go meet people and encourage them to of who God is. Parang hindi
Yeah.
siya nagme-make sense, pero dun ko nakikita yung grace sa akin ng Panginoon na how did I do that? It's all by the grace of God. I just know that whatever God allows in my life, He has purposes. And I think it's more of not believing the lies of the enemy. Pero I am also honest with the people I disciple. Like, this is what I'm going through right now. And what's crazy about that is, kunyari, pupunta ako doon, di ba, being ready of what I am sharing. Pero, in reality, ako na yung unang na-empower ng word or unang na-feed dun sa word na prepare ko for that person. So, it's like hitting two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
I am being fed by the word, and then me going there, sharing it to someone, siya din.
Yeah.
So, iyakan kami pareho, di ba?
Yeah, like nga yung sinabi ni Paul na gusto niyang matake yung thorn na na-experience niya. 3 times he pleaded kay Lord. Pero hindi yun tinanggal ni Lord because in that moment ng buhay ni Paul, God can still show how great He is. And that God can still use him as powerful kung gaano ka-powerful si Lord. Doon kasi parang nagkakaroon pa ng dependency Paul kay Lord to do the things na gustong ipagawa ni Lord sa kanya. And so, again guys, if you are in that state ng buhay ninyo, if you are someone na nag-go through ng depression and anxiety, it's really important for us to keep on going and talking kay Lord. And at the same time, you have to open up to someone else na sa tingin mo talaga that would be there for you. Kasi sa akin, sa case niya, for a longer time, hindi niya na-open up yung mga bagay-bagay na na-experience niya or yung nararamdaman niya. Not until, I think last year, niya in-start na trinatry na mag-open up sa akin sa yung mga bagay-bagay na na-experience niya pag nandun sa depressive part ng buhay niya. And I am happy, though na hindi ko nga alam kung paano mag-respond, ano yung gagawin, kailangan, but I am happy na nasi-share niya dahil at some point sa buhay ko is nagkakaroon ako ng ways kung paano kausapin siya, paano i-handle yung mga bagay-bagay, yung situations namin, kung paano pa ako mas maging responsible na husband sa kanya. And so, if you are in that situation as well, sa mga tao rin na nakakaalam na may depression and anxiety, yung tao, be careful dahil depression and anxiety is very serious matter sa buhay ng isang tao dahil just one parang pagkakamali na masabihan natin sila ng masasakit na bagay, it could lead to danger sa buhay ng isang tao na nagkaka-experience ng ganon.
Yeah. If you're someone who is going through this a mental health crisis right now, I know it will feel like I shouldn't open up to others kasi baka wala makaintindi sa akin. And I was like that for a long time. Sabi niya nga, mag-asawa na kami niyan na, pero I still try to hide it. Although I go to God, but I know God was leading me also to open up to people, because people, God will also use them to be a
Support system.
support system, and it's His way of para meron tayong tangible expression of His love.
Yeah.
So, kaya lang ako, I locked myself for that mindset na, ay baka hindi naman kasi nila ako maintindihan. Well, that's the reality. Hindi talaga nila maintindihan. Pero that doesn't mean that they cannot be there for you.
Kasi may mga times guys na before na nag-undergo na pala siya ng depressive side niya na hindi ko alam. And at some point, syempre, yung actions ko, yung words ko, nakaka-hurt na pala sa kanya. Kaya may mga types na nakikita ko na lang siya na malungkot or mas nagiging, alam mo yun, may pinagdadaanan na nga siya, parang nadodoble pa dahil hindi ako nagiging mindful sa mga actions ko because I don't know na nandun na pala siya sa state niyang ganon. And so, sa mga tao na nakaka-experience ng depressive side or yung mga tao rin naman na may kilala na nakaka-experience ng depression and anxiety, what can friends, ano yung masasabi mo to people, friends and loved ones do to support someone who is struggling ng mental health?
This is something that I'm still learning. Kasi even me, it's honestly hard for me to ask help. Don't put so much weight then on yourselves for people who has friends na merong ganito. Like, kayo yung nasa other side, like, kayo. Yan. Being there just really matters.
Yeah.
Just really saying that you can reach out to me, messages that I am here for you, or yung kamusta, like kamusta talaga. I think yun is really a big tap on someone who's experiencing depression eh. Kasi it will remind us, lalo kapag nasa depressive state, it will remind us na, oh, there are still many reasons for me to live. Ayain siguro maglakad, kumain. Sometimes it's not, it doesn't have to be like big or bongga.
Or someone to be there na makikinig.
Yeah, be a good listener. Sometimes we don't really need advice naman. Just like any other friend din na kunyari merong sasabing problema sa'yo. Sometimes people don't need advice, but they just really need someone to listen to them. And then also,
kasi yun guys, ang daming beses ko siyang binibigyan ng advice. Akala mo talaga professional ako. Alam ko yung ginagawa. But all my advice is really leading her to God. But at the same time, I know that she's doing all the things that she could do in order to be with the Lord. But hindi pa rin maalis yung reality na she's going through yung depressive side ng buhay niya. As if na akala mo talaga doctor ako, di ba? Or even I'm taking yung position ni Lord sa buhay niya na do this, do that, ganito kasing gawin mo. Not realizing how serious it is back then. But now, I understand pagka nandun siya sa state ng buhay niyang ganon. Kaya mas nagiging more of listener na lang ako sa kanya and just being there for her.
Oh, katulad nung sinabi mo kanina, para din matanggal yung weight for people na nasa support system, don't think that you have to be someone, you have to be the person who will heal that person. It's God's job.
Yeah.
Tsaka I think it will, as someone who has a mental health illness, will appreciate if people who are their support system will go on their way in knowing ano ba talaga yung diagnosis nito or ano yung pinagdadaanan niya. I think we have come to a world now
Ah,
na you can just search it up. We can watch YouTube or maraming mga doctors talaga din na nag-e-explain nito sa social media ng konting kaalaman
Apo.
tungkol sa pinagdadaanan ng isang taong,
may mental health.
yeah.
Para mas maging aware tayo, guys. Ang daming ways nga, and totoo yun, na hindi na, at I think ang isa pa ang isa pang malaking bagay na tayo na nasa normal state na wag nating sasabihin is yung comparing ourselves to them, na ang hina naman ng emotion mo, ang hina naman ng pag-iisip mo. No, that's a no situation when we are experiencing or when we are in the moment na salamuha tayo ng may mga tao na na-experience yung mental health issue, dahil it could lead them sa worst scenario na they will really take their life. Because who we are to compare what we are going through, what they are going through. If malakas yung pakiramdam mo, then magpasalamat tayo kay Lord. But it doesn't mean na i-degrade natin yung ibang tao na pambira naman kasi yan. Ang hinahina ng pakiramdam mo, konting ganito lang, depression agad, ganun. No, that's a really red flag, kumbaga. But we are to be mindful because there are instances din naman talaga sa buhay natin, even if we are normal people, 'di ba? Na may mga issue rin naman tayo sa buhay. Same as kumbaga the mental health issues, but may mga part din sa buhay talaga natin na nadi-discourage din naman tayo. Nagkakaroon din naman tayo ng failures and mistakes, but hindi naman tayo ginajudge ng mga tao na nakaka-experience ng anxiety and depression, dahil mas mahina lang yung emotions nila. But we are to be their support system, di ba? We must be someone na instrument to help them get through it, na mas ma-face nila yung mga bagay-bagay na yon in godly way as well.
Yung mention mo kanina yung tungkol dun sa thorn, actually that was my turning point of coming to accept my mental health.
Yeah.
For 2 years, I've been in denial. I've been trying to wrestle with God na, no, I want this to be taken out. I want to heal from this. You have to get me out of this.
Kung tanggalin mo lang sana, Lord, okay lang, mga ganun.
Pero nung nabasa ko yon, and then God really spoke to me that God is using it for a greater purpose. Doon ko na-realize na whether tanggalin ni Lord or hindi, I am to live for Him.
Yeah.
And kaya ko lang yon because He is with me.
Yeah.
It's an everyday reliance to God. Which is nice. Kasi sometimes, we need that.
Yeah.
Because we can easily get distracted in this life. Na gusto lang nating mabuhay para sa mga sarili nating pangarap at sa mga sarili nating kagustuhan.
Nakafocus tayo sa
But
mundo.
it's nice to have this season where God is just gonna lead you to depend to Him. Every single day. In our weakness, His strength is made perfect.
Yeah.
Tama ba? Doon ko napansin na, oo nga no. Kaya doon ko babalikan yung paano ko nakakapag-lead pa rin ng mga tao kay Christ, paano ko nakakapag-share ng gospel, paano ko nakaka-encourage ng ibang tao when I myself, I'm going through a tough moment in my life na talagang kine-question ko din ang buhay ko.
Yeah.
And my life. And parang ayaw na mabuhay, ganun. How did that happen? But it was all God's grace.
Yeah.
And up until now, that's what I'm seeing whenever I see myself still showing up.
Yeah.
It always reminds me that that's the Lord.
Yeah, that's the very important thing din doon, guys, that because denying depression is worse than acknowledging it. Mas worse na you are in denying the depression that you are going through. You have to really be open kay Lord, because that's the only way that God can really minister to us, when we are open to Him, when our heart is really surrendered to Him, when we are in a moment where, Lord, I surrender, I rest my case to you, that it's not me anymore. I cannot do this on my own. It's really hard. Just being honest kay Lord for what you are going through. For as long as, yun nga sabi ko kanina, that we are really talking to the right person.
Yeah.
It is the Lord.
It was that moment where I stopped trying in my human effort to
Solve.
heal
Yeah.
and solve this problem. If I could just do this and that, baka yun nga, pray lang ako,
Hmm.
habaan ko pa kaya yung devotion ko.
Baka
Just
kulang ng
kidding.
isang kulang ka ng isang chapter na nabasa, mga ganun ba, 'di ba? Or kulang ka ng isang nag-absent ka ng isang Sunday.
Lalo isang struggle ko kasi talaga is yung kapag may mga negative thoughts, hindi dapat yes, of course the word is powerful. That's real. Pero if human effort ko lang siya gagawin na to fight it on my own, it's useless. I have to let God fight for me. I have to let God fight for my battles.
Yeah.
I have to surrender. Be totally weak.
Hmm.
Para yung strength niya, that's what's gonna get me through this life.
That's when you would really experience what real faith is. It's not when you're okay. Because faith, sometimes hindi natin na-experience yun when we are in 100% na okay yung buhay natin.
Walang problema.
Walang
Chill
problema,
lang.
'di ba? Dahil ang danger nun is that we are really trusting, and parang kinukuha natin yung security natin, yung faith natin sa ibang bagay, kumbaga sa kung anong meron tayo, because yun yung mga bagay-bagay na nakakatulong tayo. For example, yung mga goals natin, yung dreams natin, 'di ba? Yung money natin, di magbayad lang, ganito lang, ganyan, and then okay na. No. But that's the reality that God is showing to us, that even in those moments ng buhay natin, doon actually natetest din yung faith natin of who we are in the Lord. Diba? Kung gaano nga natin siya kakilala. Because depression and anxiety is not the absence of faith, but it's actually part of our journey. It could be part of our journey bilang isang Kristiyano, but at the same time, it is a moment in season where we could really know who the Lord is, and what can God do to us in that season ng buhay natin, kung paano siya mag-perform sa buhay natin during those moments ng buhay natin. Not only sa mga tao na nagkakaroon ng mental health issue, for every one of us actually, regardless kung anong na-experience natin sa buhay natin, because this is not just about mental health issue or depression, but yung kabuuan ng buhay natin bilang isang Kristiyano. Because we all are sinners, and that's the bottom line. And we're experiencing things that really are against God sometimes, na mas nag-give in tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na hindi nag-glorify si Lord. And so, we need the Lord every day sa buhay natin, that we are to surrender everything to the Lord every day. Not because we don't have faith again, not because hindi tayo Kristiyano, but because we are really being transformed to who God wants us to be bilang isang anak niya. Diba? Before we end yung podcast na to, is that gusto ko lang tanungin din na what advice would you give to someone who is struggling with mental health issues?
Again and again, seeking professional help is very important. I really thought then noon na it won't help me, or but it will really help. But it's hard. It's really hard to find doctors that will nasaswak dun sa case mo. Para kasi siyang trial and error, honestly. Hanggang ngayon din, nahihirapan ako maghanap ng a doctor who I'll be comfortable with ng sobra. Pero seeking professional help is really important. Next is journaling. literally writing down your thoughts. Kasi if it's in our minds lang, ikot-ikot lang siya, paikot-ikot, di siya tumitigil. When we write it down, it helps us process it more. It helps you process then na, oh, this is a lie. Hindi totoo to. Parang wala namang, kwenta. Tapos you can focus more on what's real and what you can do something about. Then dun mo din makikita na, oh, this is something that I have to surrender to the Lord already. If you have faith, run to God. Always run to God. Whether you're angry, you're sad, you're furious, you're doubting, still go to God. It doesn't matter. God is not overwhelmed. Okay.
Overwhelmed.
Hindi siya ma-overwhelm sa kung gaano kadami yung gusto mong sabihin sa kanya.
Mas happy nga siya
Hindi rin siya masasaktan. Ay, hindi ko alam. No.
Yeah.
I mean, God would understand. He cares for you. Just really being vulnerable din talaga to the Lord will help. It won't change the way you're feeling at that moment. Hindi siya magic na biglang gumaan yung pakiramdam mo. Hindi palaging ganon. That's why faith is important. We have to trust God is working in the midst, even though your feeling didn't change. Honestly, it's still hard for me to try to say someone. It's still. I think it's still hard for me to try to give an advice for someone who's going through such. Kasi even I myself, when I was in that pit, especially in a depressive state, parang hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin ko sa sarili ko eh. Because sometimes no amount of words can encourage someone who is going through. Iyak tuloy ako kasi naaalala ko. Kasi even if you read the word, even if
you do the things that you normally do
as a Christian, even if you pray, you surrender, the feeling won't change. Like what I was saying kanina. But trust God still. And
yeah. Never turn your back from Him.
And let God do the rest. Just that small trust can change everything.
Yeah.
Not in a snap of your finger. Hindi agad-agad. Pero just really trust. And my hope really now is God's promise of soon there will be no more tears, nor no more pain.
Yeah.
If in this lifetime hindi siya matatanggal, I'll have that sa eternal life.
Eventually, with the Lord, you will experience a life that no more pain, no more tears. Everything will be well. Yeah, I think yun yung promise and hope that we're going to hold on to regardless of what we're going through right now, especially either any anxiety or depression, mental health issue, or the corruption or the sins in this world. The hope that we have is to really that in the proper time, in the perfect time of the Lord, there will be justice, and of course there will be a life that He designed na ibuhay natin, na maging masaya lang lahat. And so to everyone that are going through depression, anxiety, or mental health issues, again, being a Christian, depression is not the absence of faith, but it's actually it's the other way around. Our faith will actually help us go through it. That's why even if you have a seed like a mustard, faith like a mustard seed, you can use that because the Lord doesn't require us to have a great faith before He acts to help us through or to pull us through to whatever we're going through. But the more that we're going through these seasons of our lives, we are to really be open, to surrender, to just keep maging honest, maging open sa Kanya para matulungan niya tayo sa pinagdadaanan natin. And so, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this time na binigay mo ulit, sharing your experience sa mental health issues.
Yeah.
Is there something that you want else na sabihin? Closing remarks mo? Wow, closing remarks. Parang nag-graduate.
The reason why I'm still here, it's all God.
And so that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching again, and I hope na meron kayong natutunan, especially for those people that are going through mental health issue. I hope na meron kayong lesson na natutunan or know-how on how you would really deal or harapin yung ganyang bagay na na-experience nyo. And for the people na normal lang din naman, that I hope that naging normal yung mental health natin, normal state natin. I hope na mas maging aware tayo sa mga tao na naka-experience ng anxiety and depression. And so, thank you for watching again for this episode, and I hope that you're going to like, share, and subscribe sa YouTube channel natin, The Encounter, and of course, sa Facebook page natin, The Encounter Podcast. You can follow us there para mas ma-update pa kayo sa mga susunod pa naming videos and susunod pa naming mga topics na pag-uusapan in this channel. So, that's it for today. See you sa next video. Bye!